So today we're going to be doing a hair review. What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Hopefully you guys aren't too tired of me yet because today we're going to be doing a review. The hair company is called The House of Bundles. So without further ado, let's get right into this review because I have a lot of information that I'm going to be giving you guys. I'm going to be linking all their information down below as well as my information if you guys want to keep in touch. So definitely check that out. Their website is thehouseofbundles.com. Now, specs on my unit. So I did make this unit myself. They sent me a 360 frontal, which was 18 inches, along with 3 bundles to sew in the middle. I had an 18 inch, a 20 inch, and a 22 inch. And I did go ahead and wet one side of my hair for you guys, so you can check it out how it is, you know, a little bit moist and damp versus how it would be air dried and finger combed out undetangled. Just so that you can kind of compare and contrast the two throughout this video. Alright, and then moving on to my color. So I was sent the 360 frontal and the bundles before creating the unit completely unprocessed. So this hair was a natural brown, and I did bleach and color it myself for the very first time. I'm like so proud of myself because I love the way that the color came out. I really do. It's like my first time ever doing a hair color, and I'm feeling it. I'm like low-key, or maybe high-key, here for it, seriously. I just wanted to talk a little bit about how I achieved this color in case any of you guys were curious about that. So I used the Salon Care 20 developer, and I used the Clairol Bright White bleach powder. I let it sit on my 3 bundles and my frontal for about not even 10 minutes because I was so nervous. I didn't want it to fry. So that's why I went with the 20 developer, and that's why I did not leave it on the hair long at all. Trust me, the powder was strong and so was the developer because the color came out so bright, just the way that I wanted it. That's just my personal preference, and I thought I would share with you guys. And also, before we move along, I wanted to let you guys know the hair colors that I use, like the hair dyes, in case any of you are curious. So I use Adore semi-permanent dye for all the dyes that I use. I got 3 bottles, and I only got 1 bottle of each. I think they were about $2.99 at my local beauty supply store. So on the bottoms, like my tips, I use ginger, and then from here to about here, I use French cognac, and then from here all the way to my root, I use Cajun spice. So I kind of wanted it to be like an ombre type thing, not too noticeable, but you know, just so that it would flow naturally. I didn't just want it to just be one blunt color at all. So that's why I mixed 3 different colors together. The small 3 bottles, I had enough to do all 3 of my bundles and my frontal. So that was good. Everything worked out for me. So I just thought I would share with you guys in case you wanted to go ahead and try it for yourselves. I just wanted to give a little bit of background information that I came across. So they are a virgin hair company, and they do specialize in selling quality hair. Now, the previous reviews that I saw from other YouTubers and their channel platforms, I didn't find any negative reviews. So that's a plus for me because I have worked with other hair companies in the past where they did have several bad reviews, and it kind of made me question whether I was getting the real version of their hair or just kind of the commercial version. If you guys understand what I mean. You know, when people comment and say like, oh, they just sent you good hair, and then the hair that I received was like crazy. Because the reviews that I watch, I kind of try to do a mix of both. So I try to watch reviews that are sponsored, and then I try to watch just customer reviews as well to get a feel for the overall quality of that company. So I would say that as far as their influencer reviews and their customer reviews, their reviews are spot on. They get a thumbs up every time with every review that I saw.
So I would definitely recommend this hair. So I would say give them a try. I didn't have any issues whatsoever. The hair is flawless. Honestly, this hair is flawless. I feel like so sexy right now. I feel like a grown-ass woman that should be going on a hot-ass date tonight. So yeah. So when I walked into the salon and the girl showed me the hair and she told me where she got it from, immediately I knew that it was just going to be amazing quality.
You guys could see this hair in action because it's so friggin' beautiful. This hair is amazing. If you want to buy some hair, get you some House of Bundles.
If you guys have come across negative reviews from this company, please comment below, but I myself personally did not find any, so that's a plus for me. So let me just tell you guys the different things that they offer. Clip-ins, bundle deals, wigs, frontals, single bundles, and closures. So they offer a variety of things depending on what your need is, and I just wanted to pop that in there because I know some of you guys don't want to do wigs, or don't want to do all the bundles. You probably prefer clip-ins, or you might prefer a wig, or you might prefer a closure over a frontal. So just letting you know, they offer all that good stuff in case you were curious. I just wanted to touch on the available textures that they have in case any of you guys were curious about that. So they have curly, straight, loose wave, deep wave, and body wave. So all the textures on deck. The available lengths that they offer are from 8 inches to 30 inches. So they have a pretty big variety. Okay, and then one part that I wanted to touch on, their hair origin. What I mean by hair origin is when you have a virgin hair company, for me, the first thing that I always wonder is where are they getting their bundles from? Depending on the type of hair that you sell, whether it be Cambodian, Brazilian, Indian, Malaysian, it's better for you to purchase directly from them in order to maintain quality control. You want the same hair in the same quality, in the same performance in that hair every time. And that's kind of how you get good reviews, or that's kind of how you build a good reputation for yourself, especially in the hair or beauty industry. Depending on that, especially where you're getting it from and who your manufacturer is, the quality can be off. And then, the reputation of the hair company can be arguable because they're not necessarily concerned with getting the same exact type of hair or providing the same exact type of hair to their customer base every time. When I watch hair reviews, those are important things to me that I want to know. So when I do my hair reviews, you guys can expect that kind of info to go with the rest of the spiel as well. So I did look on their site and I did find the information about who they purchase directly from. Alright guys, so we are live on the House of Bundles website right now. It is thehouseofbundles.com, and I just wanted to show you guys my favorite feature when you visit this website, and that's the country of origin guide. It's just information allowing you to further educate yourself on the different countries of origin and different attributes about each individual type of hair in order for you to be able to pick out your virgin bundles with confidence. So I really do appreciate that. That's incredibly thoughtful for their customer base. And if you scroll down, it says Indian is the most versatile, Brazilian is the most sought after, Peruvian is the ultimate multi-purpose, Malaysian is highly sought after as well, Cambodian is raw Cambodian hair straight from Cambodia, Russian is true European, Philippines is Filipino hair, Burmese comes from the country of Burma, and Indonesian blends perfectly with any textured hair. So I really did enjoy that feature. I thought it was really great for them to include in the site. And I do also like that they have a live chat line, so if you do have any further questions or concerns for them, you can chat with a representative immediately. So I just wanted to show you guys that. Click on their bundle deals. And then once you scroll down, you can pick out your country of origin that your bundles are going to be coming directly from with confidence and ease at checkout. And you don't see a lot of virgin hair companies that include this. So I just wanted to point that out. I know that it's so easy for people to say, you should buy this hair because it's soft or it doesn't tangle or because it looks cute on me. But I really wanted to give you guys actual evidence and receipts as to why I do like this hair company and why I would recommend it to my subscribers. It's not mandatory that you post that on your website, but I'm just saying. I like to be aware of that kind of information, especially if I'm getting ready to purchase from a hair company. So I knew when they sent me the hair for review that I had to include it in my review, because I know some of you out there, especially if you've been, wearing weaves or creating your own units or doing sew-ins or, just working with extensions period for a long period of time, those are kind of questions that you start to wonder after a while, because depending on the virgin hair company, the quality of the hair that you receive can fluctuate. So there's no harm in asking them, where your hair originates from or where you're purchasing from or where your vendor is from. Depending on their answer, you can kind of determine whether it will be worth your time to purchase from them or not. So I just wanted to add that little tidbit of information in there and let you guys know that that's the type of stuff that we're going to be talking about on my channel when we're doing hair reviews in the future. Can it be colored? Obviously, yes, it can be colored. And, you know, the hair, for me, it's not damaged. Like, I don't find the hair to be unmanageable. It's not fried or anything like that. So I would say as long as you are gentle and very, 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 very careful when you are color treating or processing this hair, it should take color fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's virgin hair. It should, you know, it should be able to be colored. Can the hair be straightened, and then does the hair revert back to its natural texture after it's straightened? So yes and yes, the hair can be straightened, and yes, it also does revert back to its natural texture. So obviously, I would prefer not to do that, not to put any more unnecessary heat or products on it that, you know, may potentially damage the shafts. But I did just want to let you guys know that it does straighten and it does revert back to its normal texture, in case any of you guys were curious about straightening the curly hair. My personal ratings. Ooh! Shedding, if I had to rate it from a 1 to a 10, 1 being none and 10 being the most, I would rate shedding a 2. And let me show you why. Throughout the day, on average, I do receive about 3 to 5 strands, you know, just from running my fingers through my hair. See, I have one right here. So for me to qualify as 1, like no shedding whatsoever or extremely minimal shedding, I would need about like 1 to 3 strands, but I have like 3 to 5. So this is after I color treated the hair, cut all of my wefts and sewed them to my unit, and also after I customized my frontal and I brushed the entire unit out, and this is the hair that I got back. So for me, I usually get this much hair when I am customizing a frontal halfway. So for this to be the entire amount of shedding that I got from creating a unit, coloring the hair, and customizing the frontal, I was definitely pretty impressed with that. Just wanted to show you guys after I wet and detangled it this morning, after not brushing it or doing anything to it for 2 days. This is the amount of shedding that I got back from it after I detangled this whole side. So for me, because I didn't brush it, I didn't detangle it, I slept on it, I worked out in it, I went and did whatever, this was the amount of shedding that I got back from it. So I was also impressed with that as well. I mean, I can't flex. Shedding has been very, very, very minimal, and I'm super appreciative of that. So I just wanted to give you guys some receipts to go by. For me, the shedding is a 2. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being no tangling at all, 10 being the most, I'm going to rate it a 1. When I tell you I have not experienced 1 tangle, I have not gotten 1 tangle. And usually when I make my own units, especially when we're talking about a 360 frontal or just a frontal in general, I always get tangling. Whether it's, you know, at the nape of my neck or behind my ear tab, whatever. I always get tangling, and it always gets so bad to the point where I have to like cut the hair out, and I hate that so much. And I have not experienced any tangling with this hair. If you do have this hair and you have experienced tangling or shedding, please comment below. But I know for me, I have not thus far. Overall quality of the hair. So if I had to rate the overall quality of the hair and this hair company in general, if I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, they get a 9. And I'm not just saying that. I really want you guys, you know, to take into account all the information that I've given you thus far, and I do have a little bit more information for you as well. But, you know, this hair company, for me, they've just been extremely professional. They were professional in how they approached me and conducted themselves with me, which I do greatly appreciate. They have a professional looking website. They offer a variety of different things. Their reviews online on YouTube as well are all positive from what I can find. And I did search for quite a bit to find, not to find a negative review, but just to see if there were different reviews or mixed opinions on this hair company. And I could not find any negative reviews on them. So I do really, 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 really like that. And that kind of just gives me a little bit of comfort, especially when we're talking about, you know, customers purchasing from them from the first time. You know, you don't want to feel skeptical or uneasy or apprehensive when you're purchasing from a hair company. So I definitely think if you do your research on the House of Bundles, you'll be pleasantly surprised. So I would give them a 9 just because the quality of the hair is on point, their website on point, their reviews on point. I don't have anything negative to say. So I am going to start searching for hair companies online to see if they're listed in the Better Business Bureau or if they're listed on Dun & Bradstreet. If you guys aren't familiar with the Better Business Bureau or Dun & Bradstreet, they're just two different ways that you can kind of find licensed and registered companies online and get, you know, background information on them. Drum roll, please. Do I recommend this hair? Let's talk about pricing. I know y'all know I was going to talk about pricing. Talking about 360 frontals and like how they're the new wave right now. On the House of Bundles website, they do have a bundle deal for all the contents of my unit. 360 frontal and 3 bundles for $250. When you divide that, if you take $250 and you divide it through the 4 pieces that you're going to be needing to create this unit, that's like what, $62.50 for each piece? So, in my opinion, I think that that's bomb. I do recommend it. I don't feel like there's any negatives about it. I don't have any cons about this hair. There's nothing that I don't like about this hair. I love this hair. So I do recommend it. I would recommend it to you guys, and I would recommend it to my personal friends or family as well.